What is happening, hombres? It's your boy Elixir, and we got the final matches of SR2.5. We got BT21 next week. We're going to be finishing things off with Royal Knights versus the Deep Sabers. Digimon in the back and a Goma in the front. Magmon returning to the big tree. We're going to see Jesmon. It does get the pop on the Goma, and we do get to summon the Holy Spirit on this Easter Monday. Gonna see the Mega Digimon though. Quite happy to push out if it does get answered. We're of course going to be scrambling back. Yeah, we'll be losing a couple of cards, but it does mean that we will get some value out of the scramble. So we're just going to go with Last Guardian, 1 cost. Whoa! Double Purge and a Last Guardian. We're going to pick up the swaggiest of the 3. And just confirming. I mean, no reason to not just chip it in. It's going to beat over the body as well, so it does live. Pretty gnarly. And we're going to end on... well, would end on Purge, but we've already played the option card, Good Catcher and Tricks, so maybe just going to end on Cool Boy. Yeah, past him 4, it's a lot. Wait, does Joan have Reboot? No, out comes each trade. Game 1 off the Buka. Mega C. And now we're going to turn into the aircraft carrier. Going to play out the crab. And we're going to swing in. And we are big enough, thankfully, being 15. We had jamming anyway. End of attack going to play out the Digimon. And gets to choke to 1 with the blue memory boost. Still got scramble live as well, as a reminder, if board gets cleared. And even if it doesn't get cleared, it means we can scramble it back. But we are currently no on plays and protected, so we're in a really... This matchup is miserable. When Saf saw the pairing, he went, oh, I won't be on camera. It's like, unlucky bozo. Table 2 had what a matchup we'd already seen, so we're going to watch a man fight his toughest battles. He's going to get the Gallantmon down, and then we pass over, passes the only clears the only non-Deep Saber, and then chokes him to 2. So all in all, not that bad. Because I don't really know what he's fiending for, because you're not protected at this point. So he needs... There's no, like, end of attack punches. With a Gallantmon on board, he has to kind of respect the Crimson Modus. It does mean we get a free Gallantmon. Yeah, this is an interesting position to be in. Leopard as the play. We're at 0, game back 1. But this means because he did the Cool Boy, we can't actually use the Leopard to play out a guy. So we don't have blocker here. We don't have anything else. We will get the load of the Oryukin. Do we scramble? Yeah, we're going to scramble. He needs the 4 back is what he wants. He wants to establish like a little bit more pressure. We are going to crack the boost, go into the Digimon that we loaded off the scramble. Battle protection on Aegis now. And then we can boost back up to 4. I think maybe just to play around... No, I was going to say maybe just to play around or you can ace, but Dizzy 1 already gets sent. And we are going to swing in. End of attack. Digimon comes straight out. We've got 4 memory to play with. I'm actually not fully sure what we... Well, I mean, I guess we cracked the boost because it went to 1. Otherwise, we would have passed turn. And we wanted to get the load up so we could then go wide. We're threatening lethal next turn. And we're going to make the Digimon over the crab. Digimon X. Cool Boy cannot suspend next turn. And we're going to go into the Mega Digimon. Mega Digimon load. Mega Digimon. Battle protection for 1 turn. And we're looking good. Can't be swung over. Can't Digivolve. We do have the Purge and the Last Guardian. But right now we're in the Deep Saber zone. All the Deep Sabers fully invincible. and right now on plays are turned off, so you have to pass turn to get your on play, but then most of the targets are going to be invulnerable to your effects. We're going to go Purge to play out Jessamon. No on plays because Purge turns off on plays. And then we're going to reduce the cost, go to 1, and then we get to play the or you can ace. And then we get to swing with the Jessamon? What makes the Jessamon swing? Counter timing, question mark. Is going to swing it through. And then we get the Oryuken to minus it whilst we're over the side. That's really, really cute. Oh, they don't have... They're not deep... The other 5s weren't Deep Saber tags, but they have Decode, so they can still do that thing where they get to play out a guy. So... does get the Jessamon as well to get the pop on the Digimon X, because it would have been when a guy is played. I think he was just checking. He was picking it up just to make sure, because obviously, yes, on play. It's not an on play, but it's an all turns effect. So we do actually get to extend the turn here, get the Omeka out now to try and play for the quote unquote removal. Plesio for 3. Out comes Zik. And we do get the memory back. And then we do need to make a thing to make, I guess... And there it is. Declare an attack at security. Gonna bot deck the Oryuken Ace. Game back. Now we have the protection. And we get the body out. This now protects it from Crimson Mode Ace if we needed. We're gonna see the 1 swing. We have Yamming Bomboklat in, and we're going to play out the bird. Mega CX for 0. Can't suspend the Ganku, so now we have no blockers. We are technically playing for lethal in this position. Going to go Plesio, play out Crab. And then let's make a second aircraft carrier. Declare an attack with Aegis. Has to bot deck the Ganku. And then we can block with the token. We're going to play out the Mega C to unsuspend. Oh, we're going to load Sheik and then play out. So now we have jamming unsuspend. So... Ooh, we do get the body. Oh, this matters so much. Omeka is out. So we get the Sheik at the end of attack. Oh, this does matter because, like, even if he goes into the Omni X off of the Omeka because on plays aren't removed, he's kind of owned. Yeah. Sheikmon, the only viable target to clear. Everything else is Deep Saber's tagged, so it is immune. You can see him looking at that Crimson Mode. We are going to attempt to block, but it cannot suspend thanks to the body. So that's going to be game 1. And whilst we're getting shuffled up, I do want to say a big old thank you to everyone that's been supporting the channel. At the top, we do have the Mega, Justice Josh, an Ultimate here on YouTube, a Tier 3 on Twitch. Then for our Ultimates, we got the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the sticks on your right side of your screen, 3 Strike Cool, Brad, and King of Knights. Then for our champion, Shinikari, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solo Ouroboros, Sandy Fink, Squidita, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, the Marta FGC, Ulfos Magnet, Kava, and Kragan Security. And then we do have the rookies, Greatness being Balfi, Bonsai Beard, Title Sovereign, Samuel Larson, Marcio, and Mr. Wiccan. And hopefully soon we're going to have a double tap playmats ad. I know Saf's been sorting out the website. It was nearly ready, but I don't know if it's ready yet. But we'll find out soon. Gonna see the Goma in the back, Sango in the front. And the big tree back at it again. Pass 3 early. You want to kind of slam Dynus, but we're instead going to put the Jest GX down. Does have to load. He does have to load a Royal Knight. But both the Royal Knights he have loads, guys. I think you're probably looking at Lord Knight here. Because Lord Knight is going to be revivable off of the Ganku next turn. There goes Sango. Oh, okay. Gotsu and the Magnamon. Magnamon, obviously, nice and cheap. And the Gotsu is a way of turning off the entire game plan of the Deep Savers. As well as, obviously, you know, it turns off stuff like Leopardmon on his own. It turns off the Ganku, which is a bit unfortunate. Which is why we do swing it next. And then probably Ganku play Lord Knight. Yeah. Oh, Ganku play Just GX load up. Oh yeah, it plays from sources. For some reason I thought it played from trash, so I guess that's why he was maybe like unsure about getting the Lord Knight, because Lord Knight would have played back the Gotsu probably. Gonna see the Mega Seadramon over the Seadramon X, so not an ideal stack, but we are gonna go Mega Seadramon Ace to de-digivolve the Just GX. And then we're gonna make Aegis does bot deck the Ganku. We do get the Lord Knight back at start of main. And this isn't an ideal stack really. But I think it does have the protection now, which is pretty funny. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this, I guess, like, it's not good. Yeah, immediately picking it up. Yeah, it's just an all turns. It doesn't care. It's not like when digivolving and stuff. So now he's made it, and you just have to figure out how to get around it. I'm gonna get to, whoa. Gets to play the medieval, but then not big enough to raid over it, or the vortex over it is kind of unfortunate. And now you definitely swing over the Lord Knight. How big are you though? How big is Crimson Mode? Is Crimson Mode 16 or is it 15? Because low-key it might be worth it if you crash. Low-key it might have been worth it if you crash to Overflow 5, Overflow 4 back. You basically give him one memory, but you clear the body. Gonna go Seadramon. And I'm sure, yeah, we're probably gonna stun the medieval. Ah. Unsuspended. So that keeps Vortex offline. That's cute. Functionally, I guess maybe could have also just gone for the stun, but keeping that so that way he can go over the Seadramon next turn, so he actually gets to commit the same level of pressure over 2 turns. Gonna go Purge to load Omni, and then that is the turn done. Obviously, TPP helps a lot here, but if he does, you know, do the game plan, Medieval is gonna actually get to do some damage. So it's actually a really good line here from Saf. It obviously looks kind of fragile, kind of weak, but it's basically recognizing that we're not on a good stack here from tricks. Like, you know, we're not seeing the Plesio, we're not seeing a lot of the major pieces that we see. Swing, stop the Medieval from being able to suspend. Does swing in with jamming, so it does beat over the Gallantmon. Training? Yep, training. Find Mega CX and a boost. I wonder if we're just going to zero cost evolve. We've already stopped it from swinging, so you don't care too much. So that's why we're going to go for the boost. For the training. Does bot deck the boost. Again, stunned. Nothing you can do from this situation. Purge doesn't find a lot of pieces that you need. Ideally, you'd want to get... Ideally, you're wanting to get... Leopard play Lord Knight. I guess you can drop the Omni. It feels pretty gross. Can't suspend the Medieval. Yeah, so we're gonna... play Omni X. And ends up going 6, and then end of a turn swings over the body with Raid attacking unsuspended Rush. What a normal card. Does of course overflow straight back, and now we can play out Purge to get the Omnimon, which then gets to swing over the body. Can't suspend. Yeah, can't suspend, and then we're just gonna end turn. And it's already used this once per turn, end of attack mercifully, so we're not gonna just get, you know, machine killered or anything crazy. Gonna go for the Seadramon X, then we're gonna training into the Mega C. Mega CX? There's no Last Guardian at the very least. Mega CX. Once again, trying to stop the Medieval. And then We actually, because of turn player priority, I actually think that we can make the Aegis from this position. I'm just going to go Plesio. Plesio for 3. Oh, and chooses not to go for it. Has to give up the body. And there it is. Out comes the Uber. Is going to have it. So that's going to be all the pieces we need to take us into game 3.
Matrix Digivolution.
Yeah, today's sponsor is me. I appreciate everyone supporting me as they have. And there are plenty of other ways to support the memberships. Twitch Prime and all of that are great ways to do so, and just making sure that in addition to slapping like down and making sure you are subscribed, there are plenty of other things that I do that I really love doing and take a lot of work, and appreciate if you guys also gave them a shout and gave us some honest feedback on them, because the only way we can make them better is if people tell us what they like and dislike. But yeah, that's it for today's sponsor. Appreciate you if you didn't skip it. Back to the video. And because we are going into that third and final game, I want to say a big old thank you to all of our Digi-Eggs. We've got Paulo Eduardo de Carrillo, Sol and Desane, Silver the Traveler, Jack Does Not Exist, Camila Flores Fuentes, Just Want to Learn, Brian Santa, Infected Griffin, Rodney Bell, Onyx Island, Walter Caceres, Sato, Crown Clown, Feeling Hollow, Grey, and then Evan Turner, Shan Munoz, Christian Royal, and Jambo TCG. So we do have the Magnamon coming out. And the Gotsu nice and early. Seedramon in the back. And we're just going to stay in the back because we are going to have the blue memory boost pick up the Mega Seedramon. And we're going to pass turn with the Goma. Does get the Aegis off the top. So passes over 3, which is a decent amount this early on. Going to swing in. The fact that we get rid of the Gotsu means we're probably wanting to go. Yep, Jessamon gets the body and the token. It's an interesting one that, like, the Gotsu, in theory, in this matchup, does a great job of, you know, stopping the nonsense. But at the same time, also stops him from getting to do a lot of what makes Royal Knights so dangerous so fast in the game right now. I'm going to go for Last Guardian. 1 cost option. Do you take the Rush Gallon or do you take one of another overflow target? Looks like we're going to take the Gallant. And then do you commit the Rush Gallon? Interesting he doesn't swing the token. I guess having the token for decoy, but you're against blue. You're not really getting deleted. Mega Seedramon, load up the Zikmon, into the Plesio, bird up. And this is exactly what you need to be able to go into Mega Seedramon, which means we can now make... Ooh, stop the suspension before doing it. Then we're just going to raw DNA into the aircraft carrier. Out comes Seedramon, out comes Mega Seedramon. And this is a really good position to be in. Swing is going to hit the Alphamon Oryuken Ace, but we do have jamming. And then training puts us to 1. Not going to pick up the Mega Seedramon, or the Metal Seedramon Ace, which is interesting. And then we're going to pass on Sango. Omnimon X makes sense here. We saw it as the means of getting around it. He doesn't have the battle protection, so we get to get rid of 1 and then swing over the body. One of the few ways that you can double clear is a piercing check as well. So it puts us down to 3 security to 4. That's a lot of value that could get out of this one, though. Obviously, there's 1 blocker. But this Omni X is going to be sticking around for another turn because of Last Guardian. So if you can try and bait out one of the instances of Last Guardian, that might be really, really useful. Obviously, we're going to be able to use the Mega Seedramon, well, the Seedramon X to be able to prep for a stun. Going to get the load up. Load the jamming, going to be more important. Plesio spit it out, going to get it back. And then we're going to go into the man himself. Going to play out the Megacy. Gains back a memory. and not actually able to bot deck the OmniX, which is why we don't need to crack Last Guardian in this situation. Ooh, battle protection, so it can't get swung over by the OmniX. That's really cute. That's really, really clever. So he keeps him safe from getting raided over, which means Saf has to choose. So, start of main, obviously, going to try and slurp him back up. But yeah, we're going to the anti-slurp tech, and then we're going to reinsure the car. Omnimon, without the X antibody, going to get picked up off the replacement Last Guardian. I think we're just confirming what he can hit and what he can't hit from this position. So, protected guys are over on the right by the deck, and unprotected guys are over by security. So he's checking to see what he can punch over. Obviously with raid, he can only swing at the biggest guy, and the biggest guy is currently battle protected, which matters a lot. Looks like we're going to have the Omnimon come down, and we are going to pull up with the Uber. This is 5 guys now. Burgers and or fries. Brand new token. Going to get to clear 1 with the Jessamon effect. We got double decoy. We can swing no raid. Yeah, the battle protection that Trix went for is really, really important here. Omnimon going to swing in, does hit 1. And only swings for the second, so passes turn going for it. 2 memory out. Going to go 0 cost Evo into the Mega C. Going to swing, stun the Omnimon X. And then this should be Crimson mode. Because the deep savers are all protected. I feel like he probably should have swung with the non-deep savers, but I guess it doesn't actually matter because he would have been blocked by the token. We're going to attempt to swing. Can't suspend the Omnimon. And we are just going to let the Omnimon die in this situation. Going to get the Zeke out, and then we're going to go scramble. And the camera's going to skip for a second, so we're going to lose a little bit of the midpoint. But as you can see, we make a Mega C. And we go up to 3. 1 body stunned. And we're going to go into deep savers for 2. But this is looking like it might just still be curtains here. We're going to slam the Plesio, pass him over 1,000,000, make the Aegis. Aegis is going to get to swing 1 more. Does get the bot deck on the Jessamon. And that is going to be playing out the Mega Siegramon. Nothing to de-digivolve. Nothing to get rid of. We do get to play out the Zeke, which is a... It's either a draw 1 or it's a blocker, I forget. But either way, it's not looking good for the Deep Savers. We are going to get to play out a Mega C, and we are going to get to swing the last. So, it is going to be Omnimon taking it. If you did like what you saw and you do want to see more, look forward to BT21. Let me know what you're playing in that deck. If you've had a good Easter, post an egg emoji in the comments. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.